All right, hello people. If you're just watching this as a replay, just want to say that today is just going to be more of the same as yesterday, which is I am going to try to figure out how to better get a sense of what I want the direction of my channel to go. So this is, in essence, I'm here planning out the identity of the Nioh 3 channel. So that's what I'm going to be doing today, talking more about that. Of course, I'll play some Nioh 2, but honestly, with the Nioh 3 coming out in a few months, I want to make sure that when I do start creating content for that, that it'll be good. And it will be good not only be in the sense of it being quality information, but just like everything surrounding the identity of this channel goes the way that I want it to. So yeah, that's a big picture. Hey Golden, what's up? Hope you're doing well. Just wait for people to come in. Here we are, 6 months in advance at least, planning out the Nioh 3 Academy and everything that goes with it. So I can just, what I can do to facilitate that is I can just kind of show you some of the things I've planned out and we can just like talk about it. I kind of want people's feedback sooner rather than later. The views that I get is not really that important to me. In all honesty, like getting it to blow up, I mean, like obviously I want you guys to watch it, but making it like mainstream popular is not my goal right now. My goal is to make sure I'm creating good quality videos that we can be proud of. If we can do that, great. And so any assistance I can get from you guys is obviously ideal. And I'm sure many of you want to chime in when it comes to types of content you want created, how you want that content to be presented to you, just stuff like that. I, of course, have my own ideas, but yeah, might as well get the community's input. Community is the one, after all, that's helping me play Nioh 3. Might as well get your guys' input there. So I'm just going to wait a little bit to before I can really start a lot of these discussions with you guys. I just started like 2.5 minutes ago, so I'll just wait like a few minutes. In the meantime, I'm just gonna like fiddle around in Nioh 2 and just kind of get used to that. I'm gonna set up different spirits. You may notice that my controller overlay is still the same color. I'm going to be looking into how to create a custom one for myself. So that I didn't do today, I just looked into it today. So it's gonna be the same black thing for today, but I'll be working on like, I'll come up with different options and you guys can of course tell me what you guys think. So how is Nioh 3 so far? Better than Rise of the Ronin in case of combat? I think people would say a resounding yes. Yeah, Rise of the Ronin's combat's really cool and of its own right, but very difficult to replace Nioh. And Nioh 3 basically it's taking what I think to be the best aspects of Rise of the Ronin, at least the ones that are relevant for Nioh, and then taking the best aspects from Rise of the Ronin and then putting it in. So like, Nioh 3 has aerial combat, for example, which isn't a Rise of the Ronin thing, per se, or at least not much. But yeah, like, I mean, we have yet to see, but I anticipate they're going to take a lot of cool things from Rise of the Ronin. I'd be very surprised if they didn't. But I enjoyed Nioh 3. I enjoyed Nioh 3's alpha demo so much that it's really hard to go back to Nioh 2. Which is a surprise considering how much I have played Nioh 2. They took something in third Nioh from Wukong, which I don't know about that. But what do you mean? I can't make a comment on anything when it comes to other studios, but I can make some conclusions based on what exists from other Team Ninja games. From Wolong? Yeah. Yeah. From Wolong, I'm pretty sure. A lot of the aerial combat reminds me of that. They also kind of have like the deflect from Wolong for ninja style. So those are pretty impactful. Alright, I don't want to use Otakemaru. Yeah, so like ninja style reminds people enough about Wolong. Ooh, I've not used either in a long time. Ooh, I'm tempted to get my big boy white tiger. Yeah, where my white tiger at? Where's my boy? Where's the kitty? Yeah, kitty time. What's up? Hey, what's up, everyone? Yeah, I suspect there will be more things inspired from those two series, from Wolong and Rise of the Ronin. Have you ever thought about playing Elden Ring or Black Myth Wukong? I actually have Black Myth Wukong. I bought it, but I got bored. Did I beat Black Myth? No, I got bored at chapter 3. I fought Cyan Long. It was a cool boss. But, like, every other boss, like, irritated me. I like lost interest. I was like, okay, here, let me do Wukong gameplay. You ready? Okay, here you go. This is the attack I'll do all the time. Wait, dude. Okay, so that's the base attack like 400% of the time. And then, okay, let's do pillar stance. Okay. Alright. like it got very dry, and I'm like, you know, some of the fights were cool, but like after a while I just didn't really give a shit. So I don't know if I don't know if the levels weren't like rage inducing, I just kind of got bored. How's that different from Epon spam? It's not. Which is why I get bored of Epon spam. Oh. Yeah, almost 20k subs. I'm surprised. Yeah, Epon spam's boring. Like, spam of like anything to me gets boring. Cool. The Moonlit Snow spam in Nioh 3 demo? Yeah, I got bored of that too. You saw how I played Sword, right? Sword was more representative. More than anything else. Sword was like, alright, Heaven Flash, chain Heaven Flash into Frost Moon, into Flowing Shadow, into Swallow's Wing, into Quick Draw. Oh yeah. I know that footage, Wizard, of like the Moonlit Snow into Frost Moon spam. But like, legit, what does... Odachi had what? Moonlit Snow Charge, Soaring Foul, Waking Winds, I think? I don't know why they gave it Waking Winds as opposed to something else. Not even like Twin Moons. So it was just like, alright, well, I can abuse Moonlit Snow. Might as well. But no, I didn't. That's why I didn't play Odachi all that much. And Spear even got kind of dry. That's why I just kept playing Sword and Kusarigama. I enjoyed those two the most. There was enough variety and enough to like keep me hooked, but oh yeah, I totally wanted more. No, Wizard, I'll do a quick recap. You don't have to go back and watch it. But basically, alright, let me get back to... Okay, so basically, now that it's been several minutes, or many minutes, I'll just generally talk about what this... I'll just do a quick little recap. The stream is more about defining the identity I want my channel to go, specifically for Nioh 3 content. So, on that note, I have some videos planned out. I just want to like get your feedback on some titles, and I'll just kind of tell you like my thinking, my likes or dislikes, basically, so I can make quality that I can make content, even like titles, down to like what we like, what we enjoy, what we prefer, right? And so, yeah, that's kind of the big thing. But yeah, hey Wilder, it's good to see you again. if you want to ask, if you have any questions related to Nioh too, feel free to ask. And then not only will I answer it here, but in case you ever need a refresher and don't want to like watch the entire stream again, I mean, what I've been doing is I just make I've made videos out of them. Yeah, titles as in like video titles. Like legit. Right? Like yeah, I hope I find it. I'm hope the stream will be productive today. I have confidence that it will be with your guys' help. Alright, so let me switch my screen over from gameplay to recording. Hey, Goshan. So, alright, let's switch over. Oh, I need my webcam. Hi, guys. Okay, so these are the upcoming things I have coming out. So, hey, Poofer, does Nioh's 3 combat expand on the technical depth of Nioh 2? Absolutely, yeah. Nioh 3 adds literally it adds a whole extra vertical dimension. Like, there is, you got aerial combat, there's samurai style and ninja style. One video that I would recommend if you want kind of... Here, I won't play this video, but like, you could... I created a Nioh 3 alpha demo review, kind of talking about a lot of this in depth. So if you want to check that out, feel free to do so. I'll drop the link in chat. So here. Alright, here, I'll just put it in chat right there, and boom, done. So you can check that out. So, yeah, so you can always check that out. But right, so I just want your feedback on some titles. If you guys think that was simply the clickbait nature of a lot of my titles. I, truth be told, don't like it. I do not. Because it just... I don't like clickbait titles. Clickbait titles are not... I think... When I think of clickbait titles, I think of things like... basically like false advertising. Or overly sensationalized. And I lump it in my mind with like, in a nutshell, like kind of dishonest. I preferred my titles for my soulcore videos because it was just like, what you see is what you get. It's not like trying to emotionally pull you in a way that feels cheap. It's not like, oh my god, you won't believe this. Yeah, Team Ninja doesn't want you to know the secret technique. I cannot believe the developers did that. Or like, the real reason that, like, the real reason Team Ninja, like, didn't talk about this much. Or, you know, whatever. I think you guys get the idea. Like, I've seen that shit everywhere, and it's, to me, just straight up fucking obnoxious. And it's like, alright, dude, you're trying to, like, emotionally stir me up when, truth be told, I don't really give a shit. Or like the all caps lock things, right? Like it bothers me. And so like I want to change that because I want my channel identity to be very wholesome. And I'm more than willing to sacrifice mainstream viewership for that. Like honestly, the people that I want to have watched my channel are going to be people I would legit want to talk to. So that's just kind of like big picture. So Wilder, I see your question. I will absolutely address that, so just give me a bit. Because it's a very good question, and I promise you that we'll make a video out of it. We'll make a legit video out of it. So, you can see the videos that I have scheduled. I don't know if the font's a little too tiny. Hey, what's up, Xavier? So, okay, so I have, like, videos coming out, like... So, like, for example, the video, I think that came out today was about Tonfa and Split Staff, right? Yeah, this skill is broken. Oh my god. Like, I rarely if ever say that. right? Like, I spammed either Abochi for 50k damage. Right? Like, there's a time and place for that, in all honesty. There's a time and place. But when I'm doing that, when I'm using that, it's like appropriate. It's not like every fucking video. It's like always like that. Like, I wanted to feel appropriate. And it just... And sometimes stuff just, I don't find it appropriate. Okay, so... Salithas, you're saying, I've recently watched Giga, a VTuber, talk a bit about the idea of video titles and carving out your niche. And one example she made, it's just one example, was like, okay, the idea of the video title being enticing by making a question that the viewer might themselves have, might have themselves, and the video content being the answer to it. And she mentioned, okay. I mean, here's the thing, Salithas, and you can feel, I will hear you out. I'm just going to air my thoughts about this. I'm trying to... Okay, the example of how this guy titles his videos that have been going viral recently. My thing is, me going viral is a... Yeah, take your time. Like... I want it to be videos that I would click. Videos that I would be proud of. Videos that I think are fun. So... For example, one thing that I made, right? One video I made, right? Which was the, you know, the whole Gaki Chief thing, like the one thing I hate about Nioh. It's a true statement. It's a true statement. I'm not bullshitting anybody. And anyone who's a part of my channel can immediately tell, like, oh, we're talking about Gaki Chief. It's like, okay, like there's a clear expectation of what's going to come out. It's not like, you guys aren't... You already know I hate Gakis. The whole playing around with the Gaki things. And so then I clipped it. Right? Like, in all good and all fun. Now, what I really enjoyed as well is that, like... There's, like... It was kind of funny seeing some of the comments. I kind of laughed. But it was like... It was overall a very fun moment for everybody. Some people didn't understand it, which was kind of fun. Right? Like, some people did it. Pretty much everyone who did. Where was it? Got, like, skill issue. I remember I was like, okay, skill issue. At least someone who was new to the channel understood that it was like, I feel like it's a joke. Some people didn't understand, but they were curious. Right, and that's fine. Like, I got them curious. Right. But pretty much everybody was having fun. Right, and even people would jump in. So it was like a fun time overall, which I appreciated. And the video in nature was... You need to see that clip? Yeah, you can check it out. So... Nioh 3. Alright, right. Oh, god damn it. Here, let me drop the link for you. Right, so... In terms of it being clickbait, yeah, this is obviously more clickbait. The one thing I hate about Nioh 3. It absolutely is. But I didn't feel like this sense of cognitive dissonance doing that, because I'm like, well, it's accurate. I'm not bullshitting anybody. People who are watching and who are clicking it either are curious what I hate about Nioh 3, or people already in my channel are going to be like, hey, I already know what this is about. And you can see the Gaki Chief, and then it's just a clippable moment from the stream where, like, I lost my shit when I saw the Gaki Chief, right? So I'm okay with that. But, like, that's for, like, a meme-worthy moment. But for, like, my guides and things like that, I don't want to do that. It doesn't, like, I have severe cognitive dissonance with that, and I just want to do something I'm proud of. And that type of shit is not reflective of the identity I want to create for the channel. Spestics, I'll get to your question and Wilder's question in a bit. What's a good weapon type abilities for early game Nioh 2? I can just quickly say pick whatever you want. There's no wrong answer. You just anything you find fun. Right, so like thus I'm aware of the like I have personal experience dabbling in like trying to actually create viral videos, and not even from my YouTube channel, but from like past employment. So like all the theory and everything that's done, like the most effective titles that are used to garner interest, like I'm pretty aware of that. I am specifically not going into that. It's a very deliberate thing. Right? So I of course am like truth be told, the playlist that I am actually most content with. No, it's not this one. Is my soulcore guides, right? I mean, literally, all of them are titled how to use whichever. Wilder, give me a bit. Let me finish my train of thought and I'll get to that. But yeah, like, these are all straight to the point. How to use this, how to use that, how to do this, how to do that, how to do this. Right? Like, that's what it's all about. So, like, I'm very content with that. Nioh 2 Academy is fine. Weapon guides. So stuff of that nature I'm content with. Yeah, Wilder, when I do answer your question, I will tell you how I would advise learning weapons and soul cores. That's actually like I'll help set you up for that, and I'll make a clip out of it for the stream later. But yeah, so right now, what I want to do before I get to answering some big questions is I just want some feedback on just some of my titles, what you guys think of it. Like, I imagine some of you would click it, but or probably would you'd watch all of these videos anyway. But what I want to know is your impression of the style of video that's going to come into play. That's honestly the most important thing, and whether you think that the title is congruent with me trying to create a more wholesome channel that is very informative in nature. That's the thing. I'm all about like building up stuff in the long term, and I can adjust titles over time. But yeah, so I want my marketing to reflect the raw product. If I want to put it in like business terms. Right now, I feel like my marketing does not suggest that, and I'm trying to improve my product, obviously, as well. Okay, so, for example, upcoming video tomorrow is legit gonna be called the cheesiest strat against Yomi. Will I be writing scripts for them? Yeah, to a certain degree. For dedicated videos, yeah, I will definitely be doing that. So for example, cheesiest strat against Yomi. Can you guys tell me your impression of what this video will be? Based on, you don't know anything about this video, except the title and this thumbnail that I'm using. Alright, Spiritual Soul, I'll try to take a look. For me, so while you guys are jotting your thoughts down, for me, you guys are thinking of cheese. Okay. Keep on spam. I mean, you're right. You're right. You'll find the easiest way to kill them. Okay. Right. And another question I'll ask you guys is like, do you have a problem with the title? Does it frustrate you? Does it bother you? I'm looking more or less about your expectations in terms of raw events that happen in the video, and rather your own perception of, say, how you'd feel watching this video. How to beat him pretty easily. Pretty straightforward, okay? Do you feel like it would be something deceptive? Is there something you're like, bro, this type of video, I don't even want to fucking click. I think the title will work with a lot of people approaching the game at first. It might lose a few who have a mentality closer to yours. You don't like the word cheesiest in titles. Okay, great. That is something I would like to understand. Tell me what you dislike about the word cheesiest. Nope. What are the alternatives? How to destroy Yomi in a minute? It's not the edible kind. What about belittling the people in the title? I don't want to do that though. I don't want to belittle anybody. I generally don't want to belittle people. It's more of a slang term, so people unaware of what it means probably wouldn't click. Okay, so then... How about... This might be the easiest strat. I mean, I could ask the question, is this the easiest strat? But it's like, eh. Yeah, but yeah. What about meta strats? But I'm not into meta. What secondary do I recommend with Tonfas? You can use any weapon. Pick whichever one you has fun. The easiest strat against Yomi. So instead of cheesiest, the easiest. If you're a pleb, this is the strat for you, scrub. But see, that's not congruent. Isn't cheese meta? I guess technically... Right. This title doesn't sound like you. It's like one of the clickbait titles mainstreamers use. Is this the easiest strat? No, I'm not even using sloth. A very easy strat against Yomi. Nah. Meta is what the whole community is using because it's OP. Cheese is somehow using glitches or the easiest strategy. Right, Solitas, and that's fine. I feel like I am biased in general because I'm not usually looking for the easiest strat against a particular boss. Like me neither. So I'm trying to make this a funny clip. So then I think then my title should be related to that. So God dang it. That is so low. How to make Yomi yummy. If it's a cheese strat you wouldn't normally do, maybe focus more on why you do it. Like humiliating her instead. I mean, truth be told, I get bored of Yomi. So I get bored of Yomi. So it's like Yomi bores me. So I decided to spam. I don't know. Or so I spammed. So I spammed 3 moves. Which is true. Nah, the truth is, I'm just like, oh man, frustrated, bored. Like, I'm just like, god damn it, this is gonna be irritating. This is gonna be boring. Yomi bores me, so I spam 3 moves. I mean, that's true. I do Axe, Quick Attack, Into Heaven and Earth, and then Nippon. It's not necessarily like that funny to watch, to be honest. So I guess I'll be honest, this isn't like a funny video, but like this isn't like a haha laugh out loud type of thing. Gotta have Nioh God in the title. No, I'm not gonna have Nioh God. A quick tip to kill Nomi easier. Yomi was the last straw. Huh. Three moves title is good. The cheesiest was also good. A quick tip to kill Yomi easier. Maybe something like Yomi was the last straw. Okay, what do I remember happening? They told me Yomi was hard. Yomi bores me, so I became a spammer. Yeah, I was thinking how I finally succumbed to spamming. So I became a spammer. How do you guys feel about that? Sounds like a manga title. It kinda does. It's true though, Yomi bores me. She does bore me. I get bored of the fight. Becoming the lightning fraud of Yomi. That's a good pun. That's a good one. I'm not too big on this type of title, to be told. So, like, while the I'll keep this title for now because this type of video, truth be told, is just like, here's a brief highlight of my stream. That's pretty much it. I'm not too attached to the title here in terms of like making it optimal for my identity. I think I'll keep this for now. But it is legit just being like I don't know if you can tell, but like I have like this look of frustration on my face. Like, oh man, like fucking seriously? It's gonna suck. And then it's like, okay, here's what I do. I equip the hammer, and then I'm just gonna do 3 moves. And then I just like spam them pretty much all the time. And like that's it. That's like the entirety of the fight. So even in like terms of anything that's groundbreaking or new or informative, it's like super small. So like I'm not that big on it. Hammering Yomi. Now question for you guys. Does having those adjustments make the title, does it like really detract from the identity of the channel, trying to be wholesome and informative and maybe funny every now and again? Or at this point, is it just like we're picking different shades of different shades of red? Yeah, not really. Okay, so then I'll just like move on. Let's not worry about it too much. Okay. Um. Okay, I'll get to DLC Truth and Dojis fast a bit later. In my opinion, saying the boss bores you seems like, I don't know, I'm a bit put off by it. Even though it's true. Just don't do the circle and arrow on the thumbnail like the famous... I'm not doing that shit. Would it be better, Solitas, if I said Yomi annoys me? Because I guess bores me is a little less accurate compared to saying she annoys me. Does that change your assessment of it? Would be less off-putting? Then let me adjust that. Hey, Shark Zoo. Yeah, it's like if you're not interested, why would we be? So trying to emphasize it being silly would be better. Did you explain in the video why it annoys you? If not, then bored would be better. No, it's just pretty much just a gameplay clip. What 5,000 hours of Yomi does to you? Nice. Did I get any games during the Steam Summer Sale? No, I did not. Okay. I think I'm going to move on from this for now, but the information you guys have given to me has helped considerably in terms of, like, how I'd want to clip things as well. So I think, like, if I had a do-over, I think in all honesty, I wouldn't even make a video like this. I wouldn't even clip it, all things considered. I'd be like, well, like I wouldn't. I don't think I would. I think like I would delete it. I'll keep it since it's available for tomorrow. But like, I think a big question will be how much value did I get from it? Like it's just a casual clip. It's, truth be told, much more filler. So I think having a casual clip every now and again is fine, but now through talking out with you guys, no, I wouldn't even have the video in the first place. I would want to find something better, or I'd create something better. So I think that's very valuable to know. So thank you guys so much for that. Okay, so next title. I'm pretty comfortable with this one, but definitely want your... Would those do better as shorts, or do they not get much engagement? Shorts get a good amount of engagement, but right now, the bigger purpose is less. So the purpose of me talking to you guys about it is less about getting viewership or traction, and more about me first having an identity for my channel that I'm content with. And what you guys have basically helped me discover for myself is that that type of video isn't something I would care for. Your skill level, one thing to note is that your skill level is so high, there's barely anything in the game that's noteworthy for you. You got to keep in mind that other people will find enjoyment in things you don't. That's true. Now, with that video for this time, since I've already done Yomi like 500 million times, this isn't any new territory. But like the first time, I'd be like, oh, I'd laugh my ass off, right? When it's like a fresh discovery, I'd probably say something like, this strategy was hilarious try this hilarious strategy against Yomi. Or this I laughed out loud doing this against Yomi. And then you watch me actually laugh out loud, right? Because I would find, like, the first time I did that against Yomi, it was fucking hilarious. I'm just like, dude, this is the most... And I probably added in commentary when that was happening the first time about, like, holy shit, this is so brain dead, but this works. And I would even say it with that tone. But when I'm creating this video now, it isn't really even in there. That same, like, passion isn't in there. So that is missing altogether from the video, and when I'm fighting her and even in my titles, so it's a lot harder for, it's harder for me to sell it to myself. I can't sell it to anybody else. I don't believe in it. So talking through this out with you guys has really helped me understand that, like, one big marker that I'm gonna have is whether I actually believe in what I'm putting out. And I think, Wizard, you made a great point. So for Nioh 3, I need to clip my first reactions. Exactly. Just like I did with the Gaki Chief video. It was the first time I encountered the Gaki Chief. You guys loved it. You guys enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. Like, obviously, like, fuck Gaki Chief, alright? But in terms of, all things considered, like, I had a fun time with it. So it was an enjoyable thing for everybody, and I knew it was going to be. There wasn't, like, any sense of doubt. Right? And then Raccoon Citizen's talking about more Gaki Chief, please. So theoretically, there could be, like, a compilation where it's, like, all the times I died a Gaki. Right? Like, every time I get destroyed by a Gaki and I lose my shit or I get pissed off. That's genuine. So I can do that. Add more enemies that I hate. We're gonna need you to overreact and play it up when you meet Gaki Chief next too. Yo, I am trying to fucking contain myself. Because it's not an overreaction. It's not an overreaction. My reaction is fucking balanced and healthy. I do not lose my shit. I do not get aggressive. Alright, it is normal. Just, Gaki Chief did not need to exist at once. Just ever. Just fucking no. Okay. Anyway, that's the energy that I would carry in for every Gaki thing. Okay, seriously now, I don't know where this Gaki meme came from. So just dropping kind of like the streamer fun act. It's just a channel meme where, I hate Gakis because Gakis suck. And then eventually I think what happened was members in chat were, you know, they're just trolling, they're just fucking with me. And then I start hating on Gakis even more, and then the channel then like responds because they find it funny, and then just like back and forth. So it's just a channel meme, all things considered, but it's all in good fun. Clipping every time you died a Gaki in 3 would be good to make a compilation. Right, exactly. Alright, so next video is about how to combo with a flash attack. I think I'm pretty content with this. I actually show you how to combo with the flash attack. And it does involve the brute burst counter. Like, and then it shows, so basically the video is going to be flash attack, brute counter, and then you use a brute yokai ability, and then just like introduces that to you. I personally see no problem with this title. But let me know your guys' thoughts as well. Question, what's the flash attack again? It's the weapon switching attack. So here, I'll just show you in the game. Right, so that's the Odachi flash attack. That's the split staff flash attack. Here, let me take a little breather. Oops, that was a super whiff. Is this build increased attack speed? No. Alright, but okay. So back to the other video. So yeah, it's just gonna be the flash attack and then brute burst counter, and then eventually I'm like, alright, then add in a yokai ability, and then I just show some examples. I don't see any issue with this. And I don't think you guys see an issue either. I'm pretty comfortable with it, but if you guys have any like feedback on it, just let me know. I remember talk of people wanting Nioh 3 to take place with Celtic European mythology. Yeah, I'd love Team Ninja to do that. That'd be fun. Okay. So if no one has any reservations about this, then I will answer some chat questions. So Wilder, are you still here? If you are, just give me a quick message. Or just say something. Okay. Did you like your Ronin video titles where you highlight one word? No, not really. The whole all caps thing gets on my fucking nerves. Like, it's just being put there because it's big in all caps. It's not, like, it's not something I believe in, like, really. Okay. So, Wilder, hopefully, if you are still here, I'll answer your question now. I got much further into the game. Got myself my first few soul cores. Should I switch through my weapons to learn them both, or focus on mastering one at a time? So when it comes... Alright, so... When you're first learning... Oh, let me catch my freaking breath. So when you're learning the game for the very first time, my advice would be to focus on mastering one weapon at a time. Just one. I would say just learn, like, for example, I'm going to just showcase this with the split staff. But just focus on understanding how to use your main weapon. That would be it. Learn its moveset, because otherwise, what can happen is that stuff can get incredibly overcomplicated, and it can start to feel really stressful. Very overwhelming. Now, this doesn't mean you have to have, like, it mastered fully. You don't have to fully master a weapon, but just get yourself on the track towards being able to master it eventually. Like, get comfortable with the moves, have a good understanding of, like, alright, this is how I can, like, get better with the moves over time. And then you can start layering in a second weapon. The same principle even applies to soul cores. So what I would realistically do would be like, okay, I'm gonna start understanding how to use split staff, and then let me start layering in one yokai ability. And just work with just that. And then eventually you'll start to discover some combos you can have in between the two. It works really handy. Once you're comfortable with that, then you can start working in with another weapon. So I would go like weapon 1, yokai ability 1, and then add in weapon 2. And then just get comfortable using those 3 things. Then once you're comfortable with that, then you can start using and weaving in a second yokai ability. Just do it one at a time. So you could have weapon 1, Yokai ability 1, and then weapon 2, yokai ability 2, and then you can start adding in extra yokai abilities over time, because there are in total, so we have 3, let me get this out. We have 3 yokai abilities per guardian spirit, right? That's already a lot. You're working with 2 weapons, 3 yokai abilities. And then eventually you can add in another 3 from your secondary guardian spirit. And that's why I would say just focus on one thing at a time. Once you get comfortable with it, then add in an extra layer. One concern that comes alongside with, say, learning one weapon at a time and really trying to understand it and master it is that it can feel like we're leaving the second weapon behind. Fortunately, this is not something to be massively concerned about when it comes to proficiency for leveling up that secondary weapon. Because when you're leveling up the second weapon, you're gonna have a much accelerated growth rate for it. I don't know the exact numbers, but you're not gonna have to worry about it being like, oh shit, it's gonna take like 3 years to level it up, just like it did the first time I leveled up my first weapon. That won't be the case. It is actually pretty straightforward to be able to level up all your weapons at a fairly reasonable pace. And the second weapon you level up will be a lot faster to level up than the first one. So you'll be in good shape. So just as a quick recap, focus on one thing at a time. So weapon 1, yokai ability 1, then weapon 2, and then yokai ability 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, until you're comfortable. Just one thing at a time. And I think you'll be able to tell when you're ready for the next step. If you're not clear what that moment will be, it'll be when you feel like, hey, I think I've got enough of this. I'm not like a pro at it, but like, I'm kind of hungry for more. I'm kind of bored at this point. Like, I want to learn more now. I'm ready for more now. When I wouldn't advise it would be when you're feeling overwhelmed. Do not try to learn everything all at once. You will get overwhelmed. Just small little baby steps in that respect at your own pace. So I hope that makes sense. Alright, I tried out most of the weapon later on, and it was really fast to unlock skills and check if I want to learn the weapon. Right, exactly. So yeah, Wilder, I'll make my explanation there is something I would make a video out of. Okay, there was another question. So Spastic did ask, what's a good weapon type ability? So yeah, I did answer that one. But yes, pick whatever appeals to you the most. There's no right or wrong. Is it just me, or are the side quests where you return to areas annoying in Nioh 2? Yeah, I found it annoying. Which is why I appreciated the changes in Nioh 3. Okay, so Don Maku, if you're still here, what secondary do I recommend with Tonfas? So you can pair any weapon with it, truth be told, and I generally recommend that players pick the weapon they enjoy the most. I have particular preferences for various reasons. You can work with anything, but when it comes with like Tonfas, I like doing Tonfas with sword, Tonfas with fists, sometimes Tonfa with spear, not really axe. I definitely like Tonfa with split staff just to do a ton of key damage. Tonfa Kusarigama not so much, not Tonfa dual swords. Tonfa Adachi kinda. With Switchglaive, not really. With hatchets, sometimes. So I'll say that again. Tonfa with sword, fists, staff. Yeah, I think those are the 3 that I prefer the most. Sword, fists, and staff with Tonfa are the ones that I personally like. But yeah, that's just my personal thoughts on it. You just pick whatever options appeal to you. Okay. Any other setting eras you'd like to see Team Ninja set future games in? Nothing off the top of my head. I don't know, maybe something in the Middle East or India. That could be interesting. Okay. Alright, so now I'm gonna get back to... Give me just a moment, I'll be right back. Alright, thanks for waiting, everyone. Okay. No, what? No, none of this gawky stuff. Stop. Just, no. Alright, anyway. Back to the central thing at hand. I don't think anyone has any issues over how to combo with a flash attack. It is just gonna do what it says on the tin, pretty much. I suppose I could make, for the future, a fancier title. But one thing I want to ask you guys about, when you guys see this, and when is this coming out? Scheduled July 15th, 5 days from now. But one thing I want to know from you guys, if you guys do watch this, is whether videos like this would be okay when Nioh 3 launches. So when Nioh 3 launches, right, like there will probably be moments where I have quick tips that I come from the stream just like live. So my question to you would be, would you rather, like, if I can basically give some instructional value from the stream directly and then clip that, would you rather have that? Or would you want me to make like a separate dedicated video off a stream? Would it matter to you? And the consideration behind that is, if I'm clipping from a live stream, editing from a live stream, I can produce that very quickly. Versus, say, me taking time to like do a very high production value, and by comparison, like guide, where like I take a lot more time editing things and formatting like a super formal thumbnail. That's what I'm curious about. It depends. Okay, if you're satisfied with the answer you gave on stream, you don't have to do it separately. Okay. I'll use that as a metric then. On more complex subjects, a separate video would be probably be better. Yeah, like a weapon guide, for example. I would love to be able to do that on stream, but that shit is not happening. There's going to be a lot of like cuts, a lot of things that have to go into that. But yeah, like a simple explanation of like, here's one like minute thing I can teach you in like a minute. So, you know, how to combo with the flash attack in like in less than 75 seconds. So, okay. I would rather have a guide, but I'd still watch a stream clip. Okay. So then I think one thing I can treat these clips as then is almost like early access to a more formal guide. So like, because all of these clips would be rather scattered in nature when I think about it. Something I discover. But then, yeah, just like something I discover, like, oh, like this is really cool to find out. Or here's some like quick little tip you can use while I'm preparing to make a full and proper guide. Right, so I could, for example, make a video about, so like in this case, if I were to redo it with Nioh 2, it'd be like, I'd make a video about, say, the many uses of the brute counter, brute burst counter. So it'd be like, here's the obvious one, here's less obvious ones. Right, so if I just bring back up Nioh 2 once again, right, like the most obvious use will of course be, and I'm just spitballing here. Right, it's like, oh, that's cool. Come on, do a burst attack, please. Right, like this is the most obvious use. But it's like, did you know you could also use it to chain after a flash attack? Or any moment you don't, or you can use it. Brute counter is a great way to regain ki. Whenever, there's a great way to regain ki for anything that doesn't have a ki pulse. Right, you'll get some, not much. Or something like a flash attack. Right, something like that. Like, basically it'd be a guide on the many uses of the burst attack like you wouldn't have known about. Like, let's see, what's a good example? Like, oh, if I don't like the animation time on... I don't like the animation time of reverse impact. Right, but I don't want to wait to dodge. Like, it sucks. It's like, well, just cancel it. Do a brute counter. Feels really good. So I think then that would be like a whole guide about the the brute burst counter. And that would be very functionally very different. So that's what I'm thinking about. Quick tip, small snippet of a big full guide. I can go to that. And then like my proper guide would be like the many uses of a brute counter. And then like that would be much more complex, a lot more thorough as well. And much higher quality. So then I'm thinking of framing this as like stream clips. And this is going to be for like the first month or so. Would be like a lot of these quick tips, quick clips. As I'm slowly building up, like here's the big guides. Here's the Nioh 3 Academy guides. What do you guys think of that? Yeah, good for you. Sounds good. You can even link the full guide in the shorts. Yep. Once the guides are ready. Yep. Sounds good. The stream clips themselves can be market research to see what people want more details on. Yeah, that too. Let me jot this down as well. Okay. Stream clips. If teachable, to bigger lesson. Link to a big guide that I eventually develop. Right. Okay, stream clips. Yeah, if teachable, to bigger lesson, link to big guide that I eventually develop. Yep. A bigger comprehensive guide. Okay. Think of it like early access. If it's funny slash meme, just go to town. Yeah, if it's memorable, if it's funny or memorable. Right, and those can be more about like, just like me, personally, on the channel. Okay. And then Witty is also advising, can help get some data what my community likes. And bear in mind, I'm more interested in what my community likes. Again, my objective is to create a much more wholesome, informative, and just like relaxing, like fun time for everybody who comes here. Right? Where we basically can just like shoot the shit. It's all good vibes. And you guys learn how to have fun more with the game and kick ass. So all that. Basically what I'm trying to do now with my channel. So okay. Right. So okay, so like little video clips. Not Gaki cosplay. Get the fuck out of here. No, that shit. No. No. Look, you guys keep bringing up Gaki. I can't like just. I'm okay. I'm okay. I am fine. I am perfectly healthy and fine. This is just a video game. This is just a stream. Everything is fine. Everything is fine. Okay, let's see what other stuff was involved. Okay. Prepare for what is the best build weapon? Yeah, Gaki aren't real. They can't hurt me. Exactly. Prepare for the inevitable. What is the best build or weapon? Yeah, I expect to get those questions. But fortunately, my channel, like, is like, well, you can make, like, what's the best build for what? Like, are we looking for min-maxing damage? What's the best weapon? I'm like, the best weapon is the one you enjoy the most. Use Gakis as dummies in the clips for revenge. Yes, blow them up. Destroy them. Yeah, I do expect the best build, best weapon type things, and of course what I will do is I think with a video like that I would basically say, well, like, I will say that so the best weapon, like, here's what I would say, like, what's the best weapon? Best weapon is basically the one you have the most fun with. The reason I say that, rather than giving somebody a straight up like use this weapon, is because this game functions a little bit like any weapon can be made viable. And then I'd be like, here's some examples, here's some clips that you can check out if you want to see just like how crazy every weapon could be. So Nioh, and then I would go on to say, like, Nioh's vision is basically to make anything, basically anything viable. So when it comes to best builds, and if you really want to min-max stuff, my channel isn't really for that. My channel isn't about min-maxing builds. There are a bunch of other channels that I would recommend you check out, like X channel, Y channel, Z channel. But for me, if anything that I'm trying to min-max is a style-based play, and for that reason, fortunately, every weapon can be fun. And any build that you can think of can be made to be fun, too. So if you want to, like, stick around for a creative channel, this is the channel for you. Kind of that deal. So my approach in saying that is coming from a place of not to, like, belittle anybody who thinks, not to belittle anybody, but to encourage people to potentially think outside the box. And if they don't want to, and if disconnected from network, bruh. Okay. But if someone wants to indulge in my content or is even curious about it, then they can check my channel out. But if they're just like, nope, I don't give a shit about all that, I just want to just stomp this game and play it once and then be done with it, and that's it, I don't care about any of this complex shit, then my channel isn't right for them, and I'm not going to try to attract them. Basically, if someone innately wants to learn more, I will give them every pathway. My goal is to give them every reason to be able to learn more with my channel. So yeah. And even then, like, for best builds, I'll be like, well, I'm not a channel that's going to be like, hey, you got to do this super meta build involving, like, Moonlit Snow or some shit like that. I'm going to just give examples of creative ideas where, sure, it's not, like, super top tier damage, but, like, as opposed to, like, the number 1 slot, I'm like, here, look at all the various number 2 slots that seem a hell of a lot more fun than, say, spamming this one skill, for example. Right. So that's what I did with, like, how to make your own builds. I try to teach people how to create their own, and I show them some ideas of just, like, some random shit that I made. Like, I had this build, it was just about, like, gunpowder bomb spam. It was, like, kind of hilarious. And I didn't even, like, adjust all that much. Or, as you guys are more familiar with, my custom lessons. Where people were like, here you go, can you, like, show me how to, like, set this out with this stuff against this enemy? I'm like, boom, I got you, here you go. And this is, like, baseline. If you create a better build, holy shit, it'll be super powerful. Not necessarily build related, but highlighting unique set skills, versatility, darting blade, etc., etc. Yeah. I would certainly make something like that. So it could be like a video about, like, if you're confused about what these set bonuses do, let me actually explain them to you. Let me show them in actual practice. So it'd be like, here's what versatility does. It's like same skill with 0 stacks, and then like with max stacks, it's like a big damage boost. How do you get versatility? You use a bunch of different active skills. Darting Blade, how does Darting Blade work? Let me showcase it in action, the special interaction that it has. How does Living Dead work in actual practice? You know, so actually seeing that, being like, oh, this is actually what happens. That would certainly be nice to know, and nice to see, rather than reading about it. So that'd be like something I do. Ranking every type of grass in Nioh 3. Now we're talking. Tier list of Nioh main missions would be fun. What makes... I'm not seeing how it would be fun. If you could give me your perspective on how it could be made fun, I'd love to hear that. Okay, so let's get to some of the other titles for today. I just want your feedback on them, of course. How to beat bosses. I actually will make a video about like how I learn bosses. Like basically ranking missions from worst to best. It'd be hard for me to do that for Nioh and Nioh 2. But for Nioh 3, since it would be fresh, I could do that. I could do something like that. Alright, so next, tier lists are more of a live content. It's not particularly engaging in video form. That, yeah. And in terms of instructional value for me, like, I don't know, like, the main missions would just be something to chat about. Not necessarily something I'd want to devote a lot of time to. Because it's different from soul cores or weapons or even guardian spirits, because at least with those 3, I can showcase something cool. How to read gear effects and know what to look for. That would be part of build stuff. The mission where you team up with William towards the end of the Nioh 2 would probably rank pretty highly. Yeah, that one's a cool one. But I don't really know what my takeaway is, like what I would really learn, except like, oh, this is someone else's personal preference. It's kind of neat. Okay, so... yeah, that mission was cool. It was very surprising when that got to happen. Alright, so I want your feedback on this title. The foundational combat loop of Nioh 2. So it's informative, foundational, or maybe the main. So this video is just going to be about using your key to use your key a lot, basically do lots of attacks and use your yokai abilities. Right, like that's oversimplified. But I basically also then say like, use your key, do lots of attacks, get anima back for doing so, and then use your anima to help you regen your key. I don't really see any issue with the title. I don't know if you guys do. Noor, it's a good idea. I'm not sure. I'm not saying it's not unsuitable for my channel. I'm just not sure how. I'm not sure I see the vision. I'm not like excited to do it, but I'm not dismissing it whatsoever. How to stop running out of key in Nioh 2. Is there a more in-depth version that you could do, or did you cover everything in this? This was just a stream clip. I edited a couple of things here and there, so I just kind of showcase it. How to stop running out of key in Nioh 2. You know, I actually kind of like that. Actually, I like that a lot. But that's a great, I actually think that would be a good video that I could construct something separately for. That's a very common question. But this video, as it was asked, is not centered around that, unfortunately. It's separate. Okay. You alright?
Yeah. Just... I'm packing dirty, so I feel better later.
Yeah, smart thinking.
Yeah. In a bit.
See you in a bit. Right, I think how to stop running out of ki. I like that title a lot, but this video is less about that because this is more about the combat loop, of how to like keep pressure on, truth be told. And there are many ways to stop running out of ki. And so if that's a common question, that's a very common question. So then I would have to present a lot of different options. So like using yokai abilities, using barrier talisman, like doing flux, things of that nature, using sacred water, you know, stuff like that. There will be a lot of different ways to do that. This is more about encouraging people to use ki and anima together and kind of have that back and forth. Is there a more in-depth version that you could do? Did you cover everything? I think I covered a significant portion. I showcase the interplay between... I show what happens, like, oh shit, you're running out of ki, what do I do? I'm like, well, just use the yokai ability. And then talk about what happens during yokai abilities and how they work. And then I show a couple of examples of both of them working hand in hand to show what can be possible. Right, so Orphan of Kos, or some say Cosm. If I was to make a video about how to stop running out of ki, I would include something like that. I would include that, like, hey, stuff like item cancels work. Right, so how to stop running out of ki. The main combat loop? How about just the combat loop? Okay, I can go with that. Are there other combat loops? That's my question. But yeah, so Orphan of Kos, some say Cosm. Oh man, I still remember that boss. That was tough. But right, so for how to stop running out of ki video, I would include things like that. Right, I would have to include things right like that. I'd have to include a lot of different things that are just specifically focused on how to stop running out of ki. That would be actually like pretty important. Ooh, there isn't much light. I'll be right back. That helped a little bit. Dang, it got dark here. Okay. Right, I think that would be a video you'd need to do separate videos on, not just a stream clip. Right, like, it would be. How to stop running out of ki would be its own separate video. It would be its own separate video about, like, the various things. This video is different. This is just about ki and anima and you using those two resources pretty much all the time. And in my view, if a player can like get used to using both those resources, they already have a serious edge. An absolute serious edge in the entirety of Nioh 2. And I say that because from experience, like I didn't use yokai abilities. And then I would bitch and moan about like, I don't have any ki, bro. I hate the ki system. But once I started incorporating yokai abilities, the game got really fast. Exactly. Yes. Another common issue. People tend to use soul cores like spells instead of implementing them in the combat. Yes. Right. It's they treat it very much just like, and I do talk about that in the video, like don't hoard all your anima. I'm like actually use it. So I'm trying to draw um I'm trying to draw a parallel to games like Doom Eternal, where in Doom Eternal you have four things to manage, right? And so understanding how to manage all of those things makes a big difference. Okay, so what are you saying? Maybe on this you could do a two-parter title, like the combat loop of Nioh 2, how to maintain pressure and maximize damage. Um, hmm? How are you?
All right. Hurt today. Actually, hurt less today.
Or less today?
Yeah.
Yeah, why'd you do it? I'm surprised. I thought you were
It
gonna
was due today.
do today.
Yeah.
Okay.
I make it at every 11th of the month. Shit, that means I have to take it and then meet refrigeration.
Why do you need to take it?
Oh no, it's what
Get your
getting too worked up with these pills. Are you enjoying this shit?
yeah, we're just talking about like carving out the identity for the channel, so I want to make it like wholesome and informative and kind of funny, so
Oh.
right. And I don't like the clickbait titles. Fucking hate that. So we're just trying to discuss with the channel members or channel people who are watching right now like what they would like and just trying to figure that out together. That's what's going on.
That's awesome. You playing Nioh too?
Yeah. So I like play Nioh 2, I showcase stuff from YouTube and just kind of goes back and forth.
That's awesome.
But yeah. Okay.
Alright.
Yeah, you can watch. You can watch and comment if you want. You're gonna troll me with Gakis, I fucking know it.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay. Alright, so especially when people struggle with Dark Realm but don't use any of the benefits it gives you. Right. The combat loop is nice, but give them something they might latch onto and want improvement on. It gets a little long, but that's why it gets splits. Yeah, I think you're right. How to become unstoppable is what I was thinking of. But what? Okay. Yeah, Cass will totally troll me. Okay, but let's... I guess... What will happen to... I guess the question that I'm thinking about is, okay, if I learn this combat loop from Nioh 2, if I deeply understand it, what will I gain? Start like I almost like this might be a little cheesy, but I'll just start with it for now. So like start playing like a pro. I don't like start playing like a pro, by the way. Like that just feels like that just sounds so cheap to me straight up. So how to maintain pressure and maximize damage. Get your weak souls like playstyle. Right, so what would I gain? Become a Nioh? Become John Nioh? Okay, if I master the combat loop of Nioh 2, what realistically happens? I play a shit ton faster. I play faster and more powerfully. Embrace the cheese, how to stay in this mortal coil. Okay, the combat loop of Nioh 2. Maximize pressure and damage, right? Maintain pressure and maximize damage. I like the direction of that, to be honest. Hey, Axel. The combat loop of Nioh 2. Well, Witty, yeah, if I was to create a video about how to stop like running out of ki, it would be very, very different from what's in here. This is just about the interplay between ki and anima. So I'm right now thinking about like, what would I gain by watching this video? What would I learn, right? I would want that clear from this title. And so that's a tricky part. What you need to know to speedrun Nioh. But I have to think of what would appeal to me. I wouldn't say like start playing like a pro. Like I'd be like, okay, this just seems like cheesy. That's the tricky part. How to play like the poofer? I actually was going down that route. So then that begs the question, should I play the authority card in some way? Do I have enough of a YouTube presence in Nioh to basically be like, hey, I'm known? Because if that's the case, I can use that to my advantage. And honestly, the answer might be yeah. Neo God teaches you how to master the game. Clickbait them in. I almost want to say, like, once I learn the combat loop of Nioh 2... Okay, well, what's the effect of learning the combat loop of Nioh 2? Before and after? Before, it was sluggish. After, it was a lot faster. Once I learned the combat loop of Nioh 2, I became... Gosh, I'm struggling, to be honest. Shit. Combat loop of Nioh 2. Once I learned it, like, I don't want it to be, like, too long. After learning the combat loop, the reason why Nioh has the most fun combat you've been watching a lot of new players, and the three main things people struggle with are key management, anima, and balancing agility and toughness. Yeah. Gives you more control over the fight in general. That's true. Those are all true things. The combat loop of Nioh 2. How to master yourself. I'm just gonna type shit up. Master this. Master this and you become Nioh. See, agility and no key is painful, yeah. Master this and become Nioh. Know yourself, master the game. Essential guide to be not John Nioh. uh, I mean, this feels cheesy for me to write, but I don't know if it's that far of a stretch from the truth. Truth being is if you know how to manage your key and anima in Nioh 2, which involves you understanding yokai abilities and knowing your weapons, you're like honestly in really fucking good shape. Seriously, if you can legit manage your key and anima, there's like no problem. You get like infinite offense. Oh no, like the thing is I wouldn't say shit like this. I would never say master this and become Nioh. I would never say that. I would never say that. I'd be like, I'd be like, all right, well then, why create this video? Well, if you learn the combat loop of Nioh 2. Maybe just the keywords, flux, anima, and stances. I don't know. This is tricky. I want words that I would personally use become cocky. Get the fuck out of here. The combat loop of Nioh 2. Bring back Nioh 3 demo for PC. I hope they do. Gaki hate. You're not helping with the titles. Gaki hates him. Here's how you can be a Nioh master. Like, I almost want to say, like, have you mastered the combat loop of Nioh 2? What did I have as the title originally? It was the foundational combat loop of Nioh 2. Then I switched it to the main combat loop of Nioh 2. If they can't demo on PC, would get open like a can of tuna. Yeah, which is why I want them to do it. Yeah, unfortunately, realistically, they may not. What about Master Nioh 2 series? That would apply for like, so for... That should be on the thumbnail at least. The Gakis hate him. So that's a great point, Trey. If I was to have like a proper series, then I wouldn't actually worry too much about it. I would just be like, here's the combat loop at Nioh 2. Right? Because the playlist is the most important part, and people just like click on the playlist. How to Play Like Me in Nioh 2. That's a better title. Hey, what's up, Abod? Tips from... I don't even like using the word master, to be honest. Don't like the word master. I'd rather use veteran. When's this one coming out? This one's coming out July 19th. I'd rather just do tips from a Nioh 2 veteran. Veteran I'm more comfortable with. Master just feels like... I don't know, bro. Like, that just feels weird. But right, so these videos are going to be in isolation. These are just isolated videos. Yeah, Master's too cocky. I don't like it. I just don't like it. I'm technically a Nioh 2 veteran. Giga-chan Saito Toshimitsu. It would be funny if it turned out to be a troll video that's just unlocking Deb's bosses with fists high for 5 minutes straight. Yeah. Maybe for your algorithm. Yeah, I can just do Nioh veteran. Tips from a Nioh 2 pro. I don't even like the word pro. I don't even like a pro. Veteran just implies I have a lot of experience. What about hidden Nioh combat loop? It's not really that hidden though. If I don't believe it's hidden, so like I'm not gonna put that in the title. But yeah, just as a reminder, these videos are just strictly in isolation. They are strictly just me testing and field testing my own comfort, generally how you guys receive the video and the nature of those videos. And all of this is just in preparation for Nioh 3. So for example, if I was to, when I'm playing Nioh 3, I'm not going to have like the dedicated guides out for some time. So while those are being constructed, right, while I'm developing the Nioh 3 Academy, people are still going to want to learn something in the short term that I might be able to learn pretty quickly. So let me make this very clear for everybody who's new, is unsure why I'm asking for your guys' feedback. This is all in relation to the community post I made. Right, I made this just the other day. So this is I'm creating Nioh 2 videos and I want your feedback on this. But I'm basically pretending it's like I've just started playing Nioh 3, I'm creating Nioh 3 videos, and these are just like fresh things I'm making right away while I'm preparing bigger, complex Nioh 3 Academy things. Right? So this is like me just churning out that content. So in the grand scheme of things, it's like, okay, someone who's fresh, who's never played Nioh 2, or someone who's returning and wants from Nioh 2 and not watching Nioh 3. But yeah, these are like some stream clips. And then I'm also kind of gathering some data on what types of information to include for the big developed guides. Nioh expert? I don't even like the word expert, to be honest. Even if I might be, I'm not like that big on it. Right, so this is just supposed to be like videos in a vacuum. Nioh scholar, Nioh enthusiast, Nioh cultist. This changed everything. Oh my god. And the I don't want to do that. I mean, I could say like I wish I understood this before playing Nioh Prophet. Okay. I think though, so even though this video would be like representative of like a stream clip in isolation, this is at least giving me good information about what I would put in the proper guides. So for example, if this was part of the Nioh 3 Academy, right? This would be pointless. I wouldn't need that. I would just say the main combat loop of Nioh 2 or Nioh 3, and then like that's it. Or the combat loop of Nioh 3. Just that's it. If people want information, they would click that video. I wouldn't go any more in depth with that. So it is good for me to understand that. So even if simple or straight to the point for Nioh 3 Academy titles. Right, so like for example, for a weapon guide, it'd be like Sword Weapon Guide Part 1. But right, not like, oh, I wish I fucking knew this when I was playing. Right? But for a stream clip, I would want a bit more extra information. You have to do the soy jack face in front of an AI thumbnail, Mr. Beast style? Oh my god, kill me. I'm not stooping to that level. So okay, that's good to know. For this video about the Witchero, it's a loop. I'm not that concerned about getting feedback on this. Reason for this, it follows the same place as the clip with Yomi, so it's not like particularly memorable. It's just kind of like content to put out. And I think for a lot of these clippable fights, like, so I have like Struth and Doji's fight coming out, all caps lock fast, like, okay, sure. But I think I'm not gonna, I think for my channel, what I've realized is I don't really give a shit about these titles or even the content of the videos all that much. It might be cool to watch for someone watching it for the first time, but I think I'm truthfully putting it more out just to have content put in, rather than it being like, yo, this is a video I'm hyped by sharing, and I think you guys would really enjoy watching. And I think it can give you something. So I think for now, I'm good with the feedback on videos. I'm going to go to shorts next. And I think the shorts is something I would definitely want more of your feedback on. So I have quite a bit coming out. You can see what I have coming out in the near future. So next short, this is tongue-in-cheek. I'm okay with this. Discount Blood Edge Demon. What about specific ticks on certain bosses? I have that. Right? Discount Blood Edge Demon. I'm already happy with this. So I'm cool with that. That's fine. I'm alright with that unless anyone has other ideas for Blood Edge Demon or discounts. I thought it would be hilarious. Did I get footage for a Gigagaki boss guide? Kusarigama Enjoyer, I'm ignoring that question. Right. And then even in this, so yeah, I think it's funny, and it's even links to the Nioh 3 Blood Edge Demon stuff, so people can actually make that comparison. Azaya aura farmed me. This was that moment where he just like stood still for like several seconds and it was awkward. And then I died. So slightly funny clip. The aura farm I'm fine with. It's just a silly clip. But those aren't the ones I want the feedback on. The feedback I want is going to be on these 5. So I have a clip here with Benkei at 50%. Like, you know when Benkei buffs up? So what happens in that clip is legit, like, I apply confusion on him using my corrupted Odachi and then Nightmare Bringer. And then, like, I totally explode him with a bunch of attacks and, like, a Yokai Shift finisher. So I think the biggest thing was, it wasn't so much about the Yokai Shift. While that was there, that was cool. But it's just like, hey, he debuffs himself technically, get him out of key, apply confusion, he's dead. Which is what happens, and within basically 30 seconds. So I'm wondering if you guys think this title is reasonably appropriate. Do I have a video of me writing the feedback for Team Ninja? No. I did not create a video where I wrote that feedback. So yeah. So like, this is me trying to create boss-specific tip videos. So it's like, hey, he's under 50% HP. Apply confusion. No, not even on live stream. I did the feedback separately on my own. So here are like my boss tips. Yeah, so check this out. Like, you guys have any reservations with this? I think it would be cool if I did one. I mean, I didn't. I guess I could have, but I chose not to. Yeah, any reservations over Benkei at 50%? Good God, there's gonna be a lot to cover on Nioh 3, yeah. There's gonna be a lot. Hence all this preparation months in advance. If I can get my system down, like, early on, then when Nioh 3 actually launches, I'll be in very good shape. Seems fine? Alright. I got a video. It's 2 ways to style on Ryomen Sukuna. It's exactly, it does, I do Ocean Zephyr, and then I use Call the Herd. Like this, it just, I show two different moments to use it on him in a way that looks cool. I don't have any issues with that. I don't know if you guys do. I have a Hatchets clip, kind of in the style of the Split Staff and Sampa clip. I'm not too concerned about that. So, Wizard, if you got to see the Tonfa and Split Staff clip today, what did you think? Did you think that was a good showcase of what the weapon pair can be like? Do you think that would be a style that'd be appropriate for Nioh 3? I thought so, but I definitely wanted your feedback since you had that suggestion. And then while Wizard, you're giving me a response, I definitely want some feedback on this title. It's a boss-specific tip. So, Wizard, you had suggested that for weapons, for example, like I do a little showcase of just how cool they are. You're like, where the goal is to basically blow someone's mind about like, holy shit, I haven't seen this weapon played like this. This seems pretty powerful, pretty obscene. And I don't think it's as weak anymore. So in the clip, I use more than just Tonfa and Split Staff. So it's not like a true 100% accurate thing. But I want to know if the general direction and if the vision is in line with what you were talking about. What the heck is this hashtag? And then for the other ones, for everyone else, or even Wizard, if you still want to contribute at this time, I don't like this all caps thing. I don't like the fast. I just fucking don't. So I would like some. I want to change the title. Just watch it. Not a lot of Tonfa, but the switch into Tonfa grapple was neat. Yeah, like. Again, like, I know it's not a perfect representation of both weapons. I would obviously have to create something more dedicated to that or find something more appropriate. But just as long as the show, like, I'm mostly interested in whether the showcase is of a high level. The tusks, like, his actual tusks, are what you want to break. So it's like his yokai horn, yeah. It just comes out of, like, his mouth. Right? I don't like all caps unless, like, I think it's warranted. This is just some dumb shit, so... What about... Okay, so the short itself, the style of it is great. You want stuff like that's the type of stuff. How about that? I like that more. Struggling with Shibata Katsui. Break his tusks. And this, yeah. And in this clip, dude, he gets demolished. It's like he's out of he replenishes his key and then like I destroy it. Like okay, I think I'm more content with this. Is there a way to increase the field of view or and for those shorts maybe a bit cramped? Yeah, like I can't. So with the short, like I'm basically just getting the middle third of the video, right? Gaki lives matter? No, they do not. Why else would the game allow us to murder every single fucking one? They obviously don't matter. Get out of here. No. I'll see myself out, sorry. You can stay here, but Gakis cannot. Every Gaki, no. All those just... Did you not see the video of me showing what Gakis deserve? Okay, struggling with Shibata Katsui, break his tusks to destroy him. That's pretty long. I think I actually prefer just break his tusks. Because... I think it's kind of implied. I think it's implied you would have much better results fighting him. Trophy in Nioh 3, don't harm a single Gaki in the entire game. Bro, I would never get 100%. Fuck that. Yeah, I think it's implied that that's what would happen. To destroy him is a clickbaity part, yeah. And, you know, just short and simple. So, struggling with Shibata Katsui, break his tusks. Okay, I like that. Thank you. So, yeah, this is legit 2 ways to style in Ryomen Sukuna. If with attacks that can be challenging to deal with. The Hatchets video is just strict Hatchet gameplay. I don't remember if I even use yokai abilities. So, just Hatchets and Nioh 2. And I just showcase like a combo. Alright, so Fang Break feels OP. This is one I want feedback on. Styling with hatchets. I think I would do that for videos after the initial hatchet video. So, like, my first video might be like, assuming hatchets are in Nioh 3, I'd be like, hatchets Nioh 3. Right? Quick. And then I could have, if I had extra videos for hatchets, then I could be like styling with hatchets. And I could have like a little mini short series of sorts. I could be like, hatchets are really stylish, and then show something stylish. And fundamentally, the gameplay may not be that different, but yeah, like the main video would be like, here's the initial impression of weapon, and then like some sequence after the fact. Okay. For the Tonfa Split Staff Shorts, I think you should do the full screen version of it at the intro of weapon guides. I will do that. I will 100% do that. So like, for example, for a weapon guide about split staff, maybe like 10-15 seconds of like super crazy split staff stuff, right? Something basically like a little a trailer within the video, and then to show like, holy shit, this is how the weapon could be used, and then let's learn how to get there. I will do that. And in fact, let me write that down. Okay. Trailer at the beginning showing kick-ass footage. Got it. So that will 100% be included. All right, so now this video I want your feedback on, because I'm feeling a little iffy about the Fields OP. Even though, truth be told, Fang Break kind of fucking is. You can parry like anything. You thought about it too. A good way to connect the shorts with the guides would be to use the same exemplary gameplay clips. Okay, I will do that. I'll try to make it like this nice interconnected web. Okay. Link it with weapon guides. Okay. Yeah, Fang Break is incredible, dude. Makes you feel goated and gives you that cool ass parry. I agree. Best active skill. Like, seriously, Fang Break is ridiculous. Like... Ooh, Fang Break is the best parry. Oh, that... Is it the best parry? It honestly might be. It's even better than Opportunist. In my view. Yeah, I think Fang Break is legit. Yeah, I think Fang Break is better than Opportunist. Straight up. Yeah, Fang Break is I like easily to I think. You've never used Fang Break? Oh my god. Alright, I'm gonna showcase Fang Break right the fuck now. I'm gonna showcase Fang Break. Alright, let's get back. Let's get back to Nioh. You've never seen Fang Break. Holy fuck. Alright, Fang Break. Here. Alright, time to do it. Ah. That's Fang Break. So, Fang Break doesn't seem that impressive against humans compared to, like, Opportunist. Watch what happens against Yokai. You can parry Yokai, bro. You can parry, like, anything. Except a grab. No key. It's also like it's what makes Brute so fucking insane. I can't time it for shit. Yes, it can stagger yokai. You can even do it against burst attacks if you really want. Full Fang Break into Yoki feels so good. Yes, it does. Come on, throw a projectile. You can parry projectiles with it too. You can parry projectiles. You can parry like spells. You can parry like fucking anything. Yep, and Zealot will give you a lot more information. Restore Yokai Shift Gauge and releases Amrita for a charge strong follow-up as well. Yeah. Damn it. But yeah, like, and it works on bosses too, by the way. You can Fuki headshot out of that knockdown animation too. Oh my god, I did not know that, bro. That's so nasty. Oh, Fuki headshot, bro. That's so good. I didn't know that. That's glorious. Now I want to try it. I want my Fuki. Let's go. Forget Bakegani. What's up, Fuki? Is this actually possible? Are you serious? I'll have to practice that. How tight's the timing? Dude, that is nasty though. Fuki headshot, it does like an obscene amount of damage. The hell, man. Yo, that is legit really good. Oh my god. That feels very natural. You aren't kidding. Just instant one shot. Oh, I see. So I just do the Fang Break, but I don't do the follow-up with it. Okay. I see. Okay, that makes sense. I see. So it's no follow-up. Shutting down Shuten Doji and Nightmare Bringer with Fan Break never gets old. No, I cannot. Jeez, instant kill, yo. That's ridiculous. 33k damage. Over 10 times. Yeah, I'm still learning new things. So this would be so for example, this would be something that I would clip for YouTube. Right? That's just silly. Exactly. Interactions like these. And so for example, here's how I'd like make a clip. So just for the record, literally any active skill in the game with that knockdown animation works and has the same timing. Twisting spear, resounding lunge, tompa charge attack, etc. Yeah. Right. It just didn't, like, I'm so used to doing the Fang Break follow-up that, like, it wouldn't, stuff like this wouldn't occur to me. Oh, I missed my launcher opportunity. Do the launcher into Flame Dragon into Suiki. I'll try. The launcher has to be done when they're out of key, right? But just before they're out of key. Kind of like retrograde flow, got it. It has to be the attack that drains their key, got it. So wait. I mean, I'd have... He's dying too quickly. Easier said than done. Oh, I forget he's too heavy. That specific human's too heavy. Yeah, it's a little harder to juggle the dojo one. Normal humans would be juggled. Yeah, I forget. If it was... yeah. Do I have a lower level to equip? I think so, I do. Right? No, I guess I do not. Okay, I forget. It's harder to juggle that specific enemy. And this specific enemy in the dojo. Other ones, not are fine. That'd be a pretty cool combo. Anyway. Alright, so let's see. What time is it? I need to double check. See if I need to get going. Pretty soon, yeah. Okay. So... let me get back to the title. So, I guess my question is whether this title is appropriate. I would argue it's pretty reasonable. So Kanji, you saying, I saw some Nioh 3 tech yesterday, got me so hyped. Which tech did you see? I'm curious. But yeah, so Fangbreak feels OP. The roll cancel? Oh, I don't know if I've seen that. Are you talking about the evasion cancel? Evasion cancel, that's what you're talking about. Yeah, that's really cool. The roll cancel, though. I'm thinking like high stance roll. Even a living artifact form? Okay, I don't think I've seen that. Feels or it is objectively OP. I mean... I mean, I personally think Fang Break is the most busted parry in the game. It's like the most powerful one. Straight up. Feels OP is reason I use feels is because I think some people are gonna be subjective. They're gonna have subjective criteria what they consider to be the best parry. People might say Opportunist is the best. And I'm just like, well, I totally disagree. Right, every yokai shift has something like just silly, like, busted. Yeah, every yokai shift form is kind of busted. They have like some special thing. Fang Break for Brute, Infinite Dodge for Feral. The constant insta charge is, hey Dark Vontae, I'm doing well. I mean, I think I'll just say Fang Break is the best OP, whatever. I mean, Fang Break is the best parry. You can like, parry anything. Parry like every attack and take like no damage. Right, you can like, it's just silly. Parry like anything. Fang Break is the brute yokai shift forms parry. So like you can parry like just about anything except the grabs. I parried projectiles. You like parry anything. Parry yokai and stagger them. Fang Break greater than an opportunist. I mean, I would agree. Oh yeah. I mean, you can stagger bosses too. So like this clip is against Magara Naotaka. You barely ever use Yokai Shift. Yeah, Yokai Shift is underestimated. So, right. In Fang Break Best, I don't think I'm gonna worry too much about this right now. I'll come back to this another time. But I think like my brain's a little tired of like brainstorming this stuff, so I'm gonna go back to Nioh 2 real quick. I've only got like a few minutes to spare, so let's see how much I can accomplish. But I wanna, so I'll do like one fight. Fight who? I'm not sure. Let's just see who I got in the depths. Easy bosses, I'll do it. If not, I'll just leave. Let's see how quickly I can speedrun this. Yes, you can charge Amrita like Essence, like you can in Ninja Gaiden, exactly. Yeah, Yokai Shift is fucking crazy. It's so powerful. not too bad. By the way, could you quickly explain the machine gun flux to weapon switch? It's, in my opinion, a very complicated thing, but the idea... Machine gun flux is just... Machine gun is just... because it's fast. You're just doing flux too, and then you're switching your weapon. That's really it. So... it's just done really fast. That's it. It's just a fast maneuver. That's all it is. Then people like to go from... they like to switch their weapons back and forth without doing a flash attack, so... the machine gun is just an operative word. Hey Poofer, I love that you're using my favorite weapon, Odachi. Yeah, pretty much. Fun, fun. Alright, let's see. Boss 1 murdered. This is gonna be irritating. On my face. Oh shit! Gosh, can you do something productive? Oh shit. He's just really passive. It gets really irritating. Seriously. Yeah, that's great. Great, honey. Okay. She's just irritating. I'm not like threatened by her, it's just irritating. Alright, whatever. I'm not dealing with this shit. Confusion just destroys her. It's just like, I don't really enjoy the fight that much. It's either she destroys me or I destroy her. It doesn't feel like a fun in between. Yeah, I didn't let her breathe. I don't enjoy the fight. God, this is not gonna be easy. Damn. I need to be done very quickly. I did not like I'm happy to fight this guy, but dude, not right now. Not too bad. Is it always DLC Shuten Doji in the underworld? I think so. Really? Damn it. Next. Alright, one more boss, and then gotta bounce. Do I have a specific race set, or are you just wearing whatever? I have kind of a hodgepodge combination of things. So some parts of Ame no Uzume. Some parts Izanami. Some parts Pit Viper. Some parts Red Demon. So it's just kind of a random mix. Died. Alright, close enough. Time to go. Comes to show that you don't really need a 7-piece, 6-piece set as long as it fits your playstyle. Yeah, pretty much. Versatility is really fun with weapon swaps. It's like performing a dance if you have enough ki, right? Yeah, pretty much. Alright, I have to get going now. Will I play Ragebound? I don't think so. I don't think I'll be playing Ninja Gaiden Ragebound. Okie dokie. Time for me to dip out. Alright. Thank you guys. I just want to say thank you guys so much for giving me a lot of feedback on a lot of things related to the titles, as well as helping me understand the direction I want to take the channel as well. So I, of course, want to run my channel with a sense of integrity, something that I'm proud of, something that doesn't feel clickbait, and yeah, something that I would actually watch. So you guys have been really instrumental in helping me not only change the direction of my titles, but also with the more appropriate titles, being able to really make them actually make sense. So, and yeah, so I'm grateful for you guys helping me out with the channel identity. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see everyone later. Take care, and bye.